From AWA, I believe you went over to Japan for a little bit too. Did you?
I spent 2 weeks in Japan with Wahoo as a tag team partner.
Right.
We went over there for 2 weeks for the tag team tournament.
For All Japan? For Baba or?
For Baba, yeah.
Okay.
Unbelievable time. I had spent 3 years in service in Tokyo, so it was like I'm going to someplace I know where I'm at. Only this time I was going in a different capacity, and we had an absolutely great time over there for 2 weeks.
Who were some of the guys that you worked over for All Japan? Do you remember? Or?
The Funks.
Wow.
Abdullah, the Butcher. The original Sheik. Mr. Wrestling was there, I believe. And then Bubba's crew. I can't even remember who was all on Bubba's crew.
What are your memories of Dory and Dory?
Terry is an absolute fun to be with person. To me, Terry was always the guy that if you were down a little bit, Terry, just being around Terry for 5 minutes would bring you right out of it. And Dory was serious. He knew the business. He knew what he was doing. And like everybody else, I tried to learn something from him. And Terry, you can say hello to Terry and learn something. Terry's just one of those guys.
What about Abdullah Butcher? What are your memories of Abby? A lot of people say he was selfish and not giving. Do you agree?
I don't know if I'd say he was selfish and not giving. He wanted to make sure that his place was secure, as did everybody else in this business. And to this day, the guys are still like that pretty much. The one thing I remember most about Abby was I got a scar about 3 inches long here on my forehead from working with him, and it was bloody.
Huh.
As any match with Abby at the time was just a bloodbath, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Memories of Sheik.
Same. It's fun. He's funny. He was funny, unbelievably funny.
Did you like working the Japanese style? Because it was a lot more stiff compared to the style in the States.
All Japan was more the state style than it was Japanese style. The other companies in Japan were a little bit stiffer.
You went over to Kansas City a little bit?
Yep, I spent about 6 months there.
You worked, I believe, with Bob Sweeten?
Yep.
Memories working with Bob?
Another learning process. He's easy to work. He was easy to work with, but at the same time, he was helping me learn. And I enjoyed it.
Who were some other guys in Kansas City that you worked with that you might not have met before earlier on in other territories?
Bulldog Bob Brown, Tom Andrews, Rufus Jones, a couple other guys I can't remember their names right now.
I think Terry Warndorf was there too, maybe?
Terry was in Oklahoma with me.
Okay. I think that was in 81 too.
Yep.
Memories of working with David and Joel Deaton when you teamed up with Eric Emery.
Fun. A lot of fun. To me, those two guys, if you couldn't have fun working with those two guys, you need to go find another job. Very good workers. Very easy to work with.
You never went to Portland at all? Portland?
Yes, I did.
For Don Owens?
I was there for about 8 months.
What are your memories of working for Don Owens?
Trips were short. It was Don Owens and his brother Elton were very, very good men, very easy to work with. Very easy to work for. A lot of fun.
Who were some of the guys up there that you got to work with?
Ooh, Billy Jack Haynes was there. Guys, I can't even remember their names now.
Ray Oliver, was he there?
Yep. There was a couple of guys there that were really good.
Was Piper there?
No.
Okay, he came in after.
Kurt Hennig was there.
Young Kurt Hennig?
Yep. The Cuban Assassin
Right.
was there. A lot of good workers. A lot of very good workers.
You never did Memphis, right?
No.
Okay. So, what other territories did you work before heading to New York?
Los Angeles. I worked for Mike in Los Angeles.
McGurk?
No, not Mike McGurk. Mike
LaBelle?
LaBelle.
Okay.
Yeah. Very easy territory to work in.
What year is that around?
That was the end of 79 into 80.
So, like maybe Pepper Gomez and those guys were down there? Or?
Yeah, the Great Goliath. Ox Baker was there. Alberto Madril.
Right.
Al Madril. The Guerreros.
So, you pretty much worked all the entire territorial system in the States before going to New York?
Yep. Coast to coast and border to border.
Wow. So, you never went up to Canada first?
No, I was supposed to go to Vancouver, and Vernon Wally told me I don't need to go up there. It was something to do with their business. And,
Political.
yeah, and they told me not to go. So since they were kind of like my mentors and bringing me into the business, I listened to them.
You ever work Florida?
Yes, I wrestled out of Pensacola. I was down there for about 6 to 8 weeks. At the time I was down there, the money was not that great.
Would that be for the Fullers or?
It was right after the Fullers. The Fullers left, and a new group come in and took over, and I went down there for them. I became their TV champion my first night in the business, my first night down there. Beat Archie Goldie for the TV title, the Stomper.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.